All right, it says we're live. Hi,
Oh,
everybody.
hi.
This is going to be an exciting feature we have coming up. This is Dr. Wendy Sue Massey and my dear friend, Wendy Flournoy. We are going to be bringing you a live podcast weekly. It's our WOW podcast. It's Wendy's on Wellness Wednesday, WOWW. And we are so excited about bringing that to you all every week and having all kinds of topics to discuss. Wendy, why don't you tell everybody who you are?
Hey, everybody. I'm Wendy Flournoy. I am, first and foremost, a child of God.
Amen.
Second, I wife of 29 years. And Gigi to 5 currently. Um, I am a hypnotist and also an herbalist and all things natural healing. Um, I've been doing this probably, I don't know. Started transitioning, what, Wendy, 12 years ago when we were
Yeah,
talking about saving the world and discovering all of the junk in our foods and how things were done, and wanting just to make the world a better place and more natural with what God has given us. So the progression has been for spiritual healing and mental healing and physical healing. It just progresses from one thing to another. My main focus
absolutely.
now is making medicines and home remedies with what God has given us to use with the plants and the trees and things like that. So I like to grow a lot and use what I grow to make medicine for my family and others and all of God's goodness.
Amen. Wendy is my go-to whenever I have questions about raising anything or putting together any kind of medicinal blends or anything like that. Wendy's my go-to. She's just got this innate ability to be able to recognize that different plants and flowers and trees and all of these awesome, all the things that people think of as weeds, and
Yeah.
she can find a way to use them medicinally. And so she brings so much to this weekly podcast because she has just limitless ideas of how you can build your own home apothecary. And I look forward to having to partnering with her in this.
And you can do it affordably and organically. It doesn't have to be expensive and it doesn't have to be hard.
That's right. That's right. Something else I love about partnering with you, Wendy, on this is that you and I, you introduced yourself right out of the gates as number one, being a child of God. We both are so aligned with that. And it means a lot to us to put him first. And we can get, when we're just sitting at a restaurant together, we can get so philosophical and just deep. And, like she said, we started making plans 12 years ago to how to save the world. So we have been on this path for such a long time, and just so excited to be able to join together and share so much. Of course, her with the medicinal healing, and my biggest passion is nutritional healing and nutraceutical therapy. And so I will, be bringing that to the table. But we're going to discuss all kinds of things. It might get philosophical one week. It might be all about the herbs. It might be all about the food. It might be a whole lot of all of it. But definitely look forward to doing this together. And I didn't introduce myself. For those who don't know me, Wendy Sue Massey. I have my doctorate in integrative medicine. I'm an alternative medical practitioner. Prior to that, 2-decade ER and trauma nurse, almost 2 decades. And totally just sold out for Christ. And that's all I want to do this for, is to help people who want to get healthy and to give themselves the temple that that God has given them, the best homeostasis and just, healthy gut flora, good microbiome, and just give us the healthiest way to age well. Wendy and I aren't spring chickens, but we are living the healthiest possible life that we can in our 50s. And we hope to be able to bring, this message of health for decades to come. And whether it be in this format or one-on-one or however we have the opportunity to do that. So we look forward to doing this. What else you want to add, Wendy? Anything else?
I'm extremely excited about this because we have talked about it for so long, and it's just finally coming together. And I'm also hopeful of just reaching people to help change the way we grew up and changing that generational health.
Yes.
When I think about our grandbabies and things and how different their upbringing is going to be compared to what we experienced. And it's exciting. It's very exciting.
It is. It is. And thank you for the reminder. If my daughter is watching this, she's going to say, you didn't mention us. Wendy mentioned us. I have 3 children, 1 still at home, 2 are grown, and 1 of those adult children has given me 2 beautiful grandbabies. So very much enjoy the family aspect of everything. And Wendy's exactly right. If anybody were to ask me my why, it originally started with helping my son to heal when he got super sick when he was 18 and 19 years old. I realized Western medicine was failing him, and he's doing amazing at 31 years old now. But to be able to raise our grandbabies in an environment where health is just the norm, not in the processed food world. God love my parents, but I mean, they didn't know better. Right. Not in the processed food world, not in the pills and procedure world. I want my grandbabies to understand this vision of true health. And I'm so grateful that we can bring that to them, and that we can also be that for so many others who allow us to be.
Absolutely. Because I mean, it's like a lot of people just don't know. They have no clue that the junk that's actually really in our food, even when you're buying produce at the grocery store, that you wonder, I started wondering why things just didn't have a taste or flavor to it. And I started growing things at home, and there's a huge difference in the taste and the flavor and the amount of nutrients and things in your food when you buy clean and when you go organic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's huge. And for our grandchildren to see that happening their whole lives instead of starting off and having to change, I think it's going to make a tremendous impact in the next generations.
I couldn't agree more. And one thing that we're both very passionate about, Wendy and I I'm telling you, it's funny because 12 years ago, we were crazy couponers. So, when I tell you we are thrifty and we won't take excuses. If somebody tells us I can't afford to live this healthy lifestyle, or I don't have the room to grow things or whatever, you want to see what Wendy Flournoy is growing in her yard, and she is in a neighborhood. Yep. She doesn't have an expansive, acreage and stuff like that. And she is growing tons of food and medicine in her piece
backyard. In my backyard.
In her backyard. Exactly. She's
made it. And you do it in an apartment too. You can grow anywhere. And there is some great organic, sustainable places to buy from too. But if you're trying to be thrifty and grow it yourself, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. And we will be able to share so many tips about propagation and stuff like that, so that people can save money and do it so much cheaper.
I think back on those days of us crazy couponing and all the things that we got for free and walking into stores and then basically paying us. And we still learn how to do that now with clean and sustainable.
Yes. Yes. We are still very thrifty. We just don't spend it on garbage.
That's right. That's right.
So, all right, my dear. Well, I know that our intent of this was to test to see what we might need. We're going to work on making this, a great, just podcast and with lots of content. If anybody has any topics that they're hoping we cover at some point, we're always open to suggestions. We plan on posting this on multiple platforms. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Do you have one yet, Wendy?
I do not. Everything is in progress.
Okay, no worries. No worries. Subscribe to mine. And then when it's time, we'll have you subscribe to Wendy's also.
That's right.
So definitely, so you can get this, as quickly as possible. We will eventually get this on all of the platforms, but ideally, we would love to have you subscribe to our YouTube channels. So anyway, cannot wait to bring this to you every week on Wednesdays. Wendy's on Wellness Wednesdays. That is the WOWW podcast. And this is our test and teaser. Yay. So we're looking forward to it.
Thanks, Doc.
Absolutely. Love you guys. Mwah.
Bye.